I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Lime water in a straw bottle. Old Spice. Packaging. Happiness. Christmas time. Welcome to the Savage Nation. It's a different America. Different time, that's all. Today everyone's angry. Even when they shop, they're mad. You ever see women come out of stores? They buy, even if they buy why are they angry? Where'd the pissed off attitude come from? Everyone's angry over something. I'm angry all the time. I mean, I'm just asking why. What are we all angry about? Why are we mad? Why is everyone angry at everybody? Give me the underwear. All right. Thank you. The only places that are nice are in Asian restaurants when the libs go in there and they bow. They bow down. They can put their hands together like they're in some movie. I don't understand that part. The only people they're nice to are illegal immigrants. They speak broken languages, but the libs are nice only to illegal aliens. But everyone else they hate. They hate every other American. The white liberal is the most hypocritical creature on the planet. I've never seen anything like it. Hatred that pours out of them. Which is basically why I want to go to some cold place now. You say, what does that have to do with anything? It's pure, the snow, the purity, the idea of the purity. A snowfield. But I'll tell you why I don't go. Even in the winter, I don't go. I talk about it like I can't wait for the winter, and yet I haven't been in Lake Tahoe in 10, 15 years. Do you know why? I used to love it. I stopped going when they invented the snowmobile. I won't go. What is the point of hiking in the outback when the schmuck could go by? The day Honda invented those machines, that was the end of the wilderness. Also, I was on a beach in Florida not too long ago. I swear to God, another invasion of privacy, another disturbing of the peace. They have schmucks now flying around with parasails with motors on them on a beach. You're on a beach to hear the waves. These guys are allowed to do it. I begged the police to stop them, and the police did their job. They tried to. There's no ordinance to prevent some moron from taking off with a motorized parasailer. They deliver drugs with that from Tijuana now into the border, but they're allowed to fly around beaches and threaten people. Who would do a thing like that? Everywhere you go on the planet, there's somebody trying to get under your skin and disturb you. Don't tell me they're doing it because they love the sheer joy of motor or whatever in the backwoods. What do you do that for? Everything's wrecked. So I stay home. I bicycle or go hike where no one is, or go on a ride at the end of the day when no one's around. I like to eat in restaurants at the end of the day. Like, not just before closing, because that's a stress on the staff. Not exactly just before closing, because you're going to wind up with bad food and a hostile staff. But let's say they close at 10, you want to eat at 9. Don't get there at a quarter to 10 and expect to be treated well. I was a busboy. I was a waiter. I was a lifeguard. I was a factory worker. I know what it is to labor. You know, don't think so they don't like you if you come in at a quarter to 10. I like when it's dark and the kiddies are home on Ritalin, and that's the time to eat. When they've been drugged so the parents can take their drugs. That's the time when you can go in. I'm joking. Come on. I'm just pulling. Certain things I say, I do it for effect or to get your goat. That's all. You want me to do politics? Then call me with a political question. You want me to do personal? Then call me with a personal question. I probably won't answer it. I'm giddy today because the lipoprotein A came back as 0. If you just tuned in, you missed a great hour. Every other number upside down. High cholesterol, bad LDLs, bad FD. Everything was upside down except lipoprotein A, which is 0. Which I don't think is A. There's got to be something wrong. I know it was going to be low. Shut up already with that. I know it was going to be low, but I didn't know it would be 0. How could it be 0? It's impossible to be 0. It's 0. That's inherited. That explains why I can abuse myself with food and still not die. No, I don't. I've watched everything I've eaten for 35 years, and my tissues are saturated with ascorbic acid, floating in ascorbic acid and vitamin E, floating, saturated, super saturated with ascorbic acid, because Linus Pauling was a gargantuan compared to the Lilliputians at the Mayo Clinic, who have spent their entire career trying to debunk Linus Pauling. It seems that the only studies they want to do are to debunk Linus Pauling, to make a vitamin C doesn't work. The only thing that works is the quacks who killed Ernest Hemingway. I never forgave the Mayo Clinic because he was clinically depressed, Ernest Hemingway. If you studied him, which I did, because I revered him. He was like a hero of mine. Tense, good-looking women with horse faces, shiksa, upscale. Everything was upscale. Hunting with women who wore like hunting outfits. I know one in my family who wore a hunting outfit, but Like that kind of woman wore hunting outfits, fishing outfits, and he was in a tent with them and Kilimanjaro, drinking in a tent. Whoever heard of it? Then eventually, years later, he becomes depressed from the booze or whatever. So they try to take him for treatment. They take him to the Mayo Clinic. They give him electroshock therapy. He can't write anymore. His mind doesn't work. So the next time they take him for another electroshock treatment, he walks out of the clinic and tries to walk into the propeller of the private plane because he didn't want to live anymore because his mind didn't work. That to me was an example of what was wrong, everything wrong with the psychotherapeutic profession. You can't drug everything out of a person. So that may be why I'm angry. I don't know. That could, but it goes back. There's just stream of consciousness. Don't get excited. Don't try to make it all connect because it won't. I'm talking here. When I start to talk, I have a gift to connect things up that don't actually connect. But in a weird way, they could connect. If you actually drew a line through them, there's some connection that I can't figure out yet. You'll have to do it when Boswell comes along.